What's up everyone? Welcome to my channel, and we are just rolling right into today's tutorial because I totally forgot to film an intro. I know. Good job, Meg. So this is going to be an everyday smoky eye look, and I'm giving you guys two different lip options because some people prefer more of a nude lip. Some people like to wear colored lips, so I figured I would just show you guys how it looks with two options. And to start off, I'm just taking my e.l.f. translucent powder and using this to prime my lids. I pretty much just put foundation on my lids and then set it with powder, and that works well enough for me. However, if you like using an eyeshadow primer, then you do you. Whatever works, whatever your preference is. I love using a translucent powder because obviously it's not going to deposit any color down, but it's still going to leave a smooth texture, which is really important when you're doing smoky looks. It just really helps the shadow to blend out nicer. Another thing that I like to do to prep is to curl my lashes before I put shadow on, just because I feel like it really perks them up so they are nice and ready for when it comes to later on. It's just something that I like to do. And today we are using the Vice 3 palette by Urban Decay. If you don't have this, don't fret because we're only using 3 colors and you can easily pull them from other palettes that you do have. The first color is going to be DTF all the way on the left, and it is a nice taupey matte color. In the middle is Defy, and it's a matte charcoal, and then on the end is Last Sin, which is a cool tone version of Sin from the Naked palette. All beautiful, gorgeous colors, and you don't need a lot of colors when it comes to doing smoky eyes, so that's what the fun is. So there's Defy in the palette, and then DTF, and then also Last Sin, so you guys can see what it looks like in pan. Moving on to tools that you need, you just need some good brushes. This one that I love using is the Morphe G24. I have like a love-hate relationship with Morphe brushes, but more on that later. And this is just perfect for blending. I highly recommend this brush. So to start off, I am just taking that DTF color and just placing it in my crease. For my look, I am going to blend this up a lot higher than what I normally would, almost all the way up to my brow bone, just because I've really been enjoying that look lately. But this is all personal preference here. Take what I'm saying with a grain of salt if you want to, and just blend it up as high or as low as you want. And then you just kind of want to work on steadily building that color up in the crease and then in the outer corner as well. Alrighty, so next up we are going to start adding some darkness and depth to the look. So we're going to go with that charcoal gray, which is the DTF, and just use the same brush. And this is what I really do love about this specific brush, is how tapered it is, because you can get the smallest amount of product and place it exactly where you want, and it's not just going to be a huge muddy mess. You really do have a lot of control of where you're depositing the color. And you just want to mock the same thing, build it up in the outer corner, and you just don't want to blend it as high up as you would with DTF. And the trick with this is just make it as dark and smoky as you want. Go for it. And here is a nice little quick tip. If you want to get that darkest color all the way to your inner corner, look in the opposite direction, and it will just really help your brush just to slide right in there, and it won't get too messy. Once you are happy with how that looks, grab the biggest, fluffiest brush you have and just blend everything out. This is going to make sure everything is just nice and smooth and just sort of blend out those edges into nothing so there's no harsh lines. I got this brush in an Ipsy bag many moons ago, so I'm not quite sure if you can find it anywhere. And then I also want to, remind you guys that for videos we speed things up so it looks like we're blending for 2 seconds, but sometimes for achieving this perfect smoky eye, it does take time, so don't get discouraged. Just blending is your BFF when you're doing these kinds of looks. Now it is time to give our under eye and lower lash line some love, so I'm just going to pinch the brush and just use whatever is left over, picking up no extra product, and just smudge that under my eye. You can go ahead and darken this up if you want to, or smudge it as low as you want. Again, it's all personal preference. I decided to go for a little more smoky and a little more smudgy, so I'm taking this pencil brush by e.l.f. And I'm just going to go ahead and pick up DTF, which was that light taupe color, and I'm just going to go ahead and add that to the lower lash line. And now it is time for the fun part, which is adding the shimmer. I just really think that this just pulls the entire look together and is probably my favorite part. So taking last sin, I'm going to use my finger. Yes, my finger, it's like my favorite tool to use for shimmery shades, and this will work for any shimmery shade. Basically, you put it on with your finger. It's going to pack on more product, and the heat of your finger is really going to help pack it onto your lid as well, and you're just going to get the best payoff and the most intense payoff than you would using a brush. For our last step, I like to take the big fluffy brush and just blend everything one last time, and this is going to help blend the shimmer into the outer corner of your lid, and then it's also going to help knock out any unwanted shimmer that accidentally got into your crease. So now for the brow bone to highlight, I'm just using a matte white, and this happened to be Linen from my Lorac Matte Pro palette. You can also use this as a chance to sort of clean up any lines or edges if anything's too harsh, or if you accidentally build one crease up higher than the other, you can sort of level things out and erase eyeshadow, if that makes sense, when you use a matte white or a matte bone color. And then if you also wanted to give more of a cat eye or pointed look to the outer corner when you have more of a round shape going on, you can also sort of fake that with the matte shadow. And then also try to flick shadow into your hair. That's also a good idea. And here comes the eyeliner part, another chance for you to be creative if you want, but I'm not going to do a wing today. I'm going to opt out and just do a thin line on my lash line because I really just want the shadow to stand out. I didn't want to add more drama with the wing, but again, you do you. Is liner such a serious struggle for anyone else? Because I'm left-handed, I was able to get my left eye like super thin, and then when I switch over to my right hand from my right eye, I try to get it thin, and then it just ends up thicker. So you know what? We're just going to roll with it. Next up are the final steps for our eyes. I love putting white on my waterline because it just really makes my eyes look bigger, it makes my eyes pop, makes you look more awake. But again, if you prefer darker color, go for it. So I'm going to go ahead and apply my NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk to my waterline. And then for mascara, I'm going to go ahead and use my CoverGirl Supersizer Mascara, and then I like to top that with my Jordana Best Lash Extreme, and I just think it makes my eyelashes look amazing, and I love using the combo. And here are the Ardell Wispy Lashes, and these are my favorite falsies. You can find them at the drugstore. Alright, it is time for lips now, and I'm going to show you guys the nude option first. This is my serious go-to. If you watch my videos, you know this is the NYX Butter Gloss in Creme Brulee. I just think it's beautiful. If I don't really know what color lip to pair with a look, this is my go-to. And as you can see, the focus just really is on the eyes, and I think my eyes are just popping with this. But if you did want to go ahead and wear a color, I like to mute out my lip color, so the true color of the lipstick will be showing through. So I just use whatever leftover foundation was on a brush or a sponge if you want to. And here I couldn't decide between Bedazzled by ColourPop or Cozy by ColourPop. I did end up putting Bedazzled on, and here is a picture of it. I really like the way that one looked. I almost wish I went for that one in the video instead. And here is Cozy. It is definitely more of a red orange, and here I am comparing it to Pacific by ColourPop, which is a true orange. So you can see that Cozy has more of like the red tones in it, but it's still more of a red orange liquid lipstick. If you guys are interested in learning more about these ColourPop liquid lipsticks and what I think about them, I do have a review and swatch video that I will link in the cards and then also in the description box down below, so be sure to check that out if you haven't seen it yet. And that is going to go ahead and wrap it up for this video. I really hope you guys like this style with 2 different lip colors. Let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see more tutorials like this. I would like to use maybe next time do a wearable color and then with a more like out there, not so wearable everyday color. And I do have some fun videos coming up. I have a collab next week, so make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out on it. Leave me a comment down below. Also, if you guys have any sort of video requests, what kind of things you would like to see on my channel. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I try to make it more of a step-by-step in case if there are any beginners watching that would like to know more specifics on a smoky eye. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!